In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Plan a Picnic language activity in Google Slides. And the first thing to note is that you are going to use this activity in edit mode. You are not going to want to go into present mode and make it a presentation. We are just navigating through the slides and interacting with the slides and how they're set up in the edit mode. Before you even get started, I would suggest naming this original version template. It's the clean version, nothing's been added or changed. And to do that, you will go to File, Version History, Name Current Version, and then I usually do something like Original, and save that like that. Later, once I've added text and pictures, I can just go into File, Version History, see Version History, and over on the side I will see what the original version. I can also just see the named version, so there's the original one, and then I haven't made any changes since I named it, but I would see like a button down here, or maybe it's on the top left, I think, that says restore to this version or something, so then it will make the clean copy again. Okay, so you will have on this second slide a link to this video if you need to revisit, as well as different areas of speech and language, life skills, pragmatic skills that can be addressed using this activity. There are many more beyond this list, but these are just some ideas for how you might work this activity into your students' goals. So, you might first introduce the topic of a picnic, and, students can see the picture of a picnic, talk about if they've ever been on a picnic or seen about picnics in a book or something like that. And then you're going to start planning the picnic. So anywhere that you see a yellow box like this, that is where the student or you can type in text to answer the question if you want to. If that's appropriate for your student, they might not be reading or writing, so maybe you just leave those. But you can, you can type right in there if you want to, in full sentences or just phrases. So on each of the pages, on each of the slides, there are these kind of placeholders for pictures. So if maybe your student wants to add a picture while they're planning where they're going to have their picnic, you can quickly do that. So to do that, you're going to right click on that template, on that placeholder, and then click Replace Image. And then you can search upload something from your computer if you have a picture, or in any of these other sources, but typically I would search the web. So when I click on that, it's Google Images right there. So I'm just going to enter in a local picnic place that's local to me, but your student obviously will probably have a different spot, or it can be something generic, just like City Park or something like that. You hit enter, and then you are seeing images from Google. So you can select your picture that you want, and there's where it says replace. And then the picture pops up. So then you've decided where you want to have the picnic. So then you just go through the slides, answering the questions, talking about, your answers, and pulling in pictures when applicable. So this slide is just, when should we have the picnic? And the student can decide, what time of day, what season, what day of the week would make sense that they would want to have this hypothetical picnic they're planning. Then you can talk about who will come to the picnic. You can list names, of course, or you can add pictures. If you have pictures of families, family members, friends, classmates, or something like that, you can add them here. And then you can talk about the food that they would want to have at their picnic. If you want to have more than the 4 pictures here, you just select one of them, hit Control and C at the same time, and then Control and V at the same time, and it made a copy. And then you can resize them and fit as many as you want really on the slide there. If you want to delete some, you just select it and hit backspace. So you can do that with food and drinks, adding pictures as you go, making, written or typed lists of the things the student wants to have at their picnic, on this notebook. And then there's also a spot to put, what else do you want to bring? So this would be a place where they can brainstorm, maybe bringing sunscreen or charcoal if they're gonna, or a grill, maybe ice, maybe napkins, maybe forks, or things like a basketball or baseball, bubbles, things like that. So pretty open-ended to whatever a student might also want to bring on a picnic. And then last is the to-do list. So you can use this slide or not, just like any of them. You don't have to use all of them, but this would be a place where the student can, write down all the things that they would do before leading up to a picnic. So maybe calling their friends and letting them know, making the sandwiches, or going to the store, all of those things. So anyway, it's a super open-ended activity. But engaging for students, especially with the ability to add your own pictures using Google Images, really quick and really easy. So anyway, I hope that helps everybody understand some ways that they can use this resource. Thanks.